apple farmers across the region say the triple threat of tariffs from China, Mexico, and India will cause serious damage to their farms and their business. We're here at Christ Brothers Apple Orchard in Walden, New York, one of the largest in the region. They harvested 20 million pounds of apples last year, and they've been expanding their farm to accommodate growing demand from foreign buyers. But it's the onset of tariffs and the potential oversupply of apples in the domestic market that could put this orchard and many others at great risk.
If market pricing falls below a certain point, we just can't make a profit. The margins are already pretty thin to begin with, razor thin in some situations, and if that pricing falls a little bit, we could be looking at an unprofitable situation. And if we're looking at an unprofitable situation, we stop planting, we stop investing, we stop buying equipment, we stop hiring good wage jobs, we stop, and we'll suffer, and if it goes on long enough, we'll eventually go out of business.
And the pain would be felt across the nation. New York is the second largest producer of apples, right behind Washington. The U.S. exported in total nearly $1 billion of apples last year, up 20% from the year before that. The fastest growing international market for apples, guys, India, growing 94% year over year. It's a thriving, growing market for U.S. apple producers from coast to coast. You take that market away or add an additional tariff, and that could significantly hurt their bottom line, farmers' bottom line here in Hudson Valley. Let's also talk storage, because unlike meat and cheese, which are also facing tariffs, you can just stick it in a freezer or a cold storage and forget about it until demand picks up. But apples have a relatively short shelf life. They spoil after about a week. So farmers are going to have to take care of this inventory that will come to market in about a couple weeks' time. There is one storage option, though, farmers here have been talking about. It's a high-tech storage option that is relatively expensive. It preserves apples for about 11 months. Don't ask me how the science works. It's something about limiting the amount of oxygen that gets to the apple, but that is one option that farmers here are looking at, especially given the ongoing uncertainty around this trade dispute. Guys?
Seema, when you first said that, the idea of preserving them for 11 months, I said, blah, but it sounds like it's not actually preservatives. It's just keeping oxygen from getting to them. So they would still be the same apple, not filled with preservatives to get it to that point.
I believe it's a mix of chemicals, but also, a cold freezer option that farmers can look to that preserves the apple and slows down the aging process. It also suspends the apple at some degree or direction that, again, will just slow down the aging process. But that is something that farmers are looking into. But again, razor thin margins is something that they're already dealing with. So looking to a storage option like that will significantly increase their costs as well.